Hey, what is up, guys? We are here with the FANG character breakdown. If you haven't seen our character breakdown videos before, we talk about a character's notable normals, special moves, V skill, V trigger, and a basic game plan. FANG is the final boss in this game. He's this poison, trap-based character with some really interesting normals and footsies. So his walk speed's pretty normal. Dashes are these nice little hops to get around. You see them there. Pretty floaty jump. He actually has a really unique mobility tool. He has this dash, right? And it goes different distances depending on which one you do, EX version as well. So you can get around with this. This is pretty nice. And it also lets you do some mix-ups where you throw like his projectile and then you go to the other side. So you get some pretty cool stuff going on. He also has a really unique mechanic, which you can see here is the poison. Now the poison will drain your life bar over time for a certain amount of time, right? And the thing is, if you hit FANG, it goes away. So if you hit him right when he poisons you won't take very much damage, which is really kind of what you want to do. He has a lot of ways to apply this. Let's talk a little bit about his normals. Standing light kick is really great, covers a lot of distance there, as you can see. Crouching medium punch, also amazing normal. It moves him far forward when he hits it, which is really nice, and goes far. Standing heavy punch, same thing, moves him forward, which is pretty great. Now he has a bunch of these multi-hitting normals that I mentioned. So medium kick hits twice, crouching medium kick, crouching heavy kick. His jump heavy kick, which like auto corrects, is very odd. That hits twice, just as an example. But yeah, standing heavy kick, same thing. You can actually combo off of this with a bunch of things, so that's really nice as well. So he has a lot of really interesting normals. Down 4 heavy punch goes really far. This is one of his best normals to stick out there. Also hits twice. And he also has down +3 punch, which puts him in this little stance, which you can just stay in for a while, and then if you hit kick, it has a nice little follow-up. You can even V trigger cancel it if you really want to. Now, let's talk about crush counter. When it comes to crush counter, he really has the big one, which is Fierce. Fierce is the big one. That's the one you're going to be hitting more often than not. Especially given that you just have so much time to combo off of it, and you can even get crazy after and go for mix-ups. It's the big one. Crush counter Fierce is the real deal. One unique thing about him, though, is that his sweep crush counters twice. You see that? Really odd. You can also V trigger cancel a first hit and keep them standing, so I don't know. That's just something that you might want to know. Let's talk about the specials. So he has a projectile. It's down up punch with, it's a charge move. It has different angles, so that's the light punch, medium punch, heavy punch a little farther. EX covers the ground and air a little better. Now you can see it also applies that poison effect we were talking about. So you don't want to get hit by these on the way in, because this poison is going to start stacking on you. You're going to eat all this extra damage plus the chip, even if you do block them. So something to keep in mind. His poison punch, back forward punch, looks just like that. Hits multiple times, the EX version. You saw me using this, in that combo earlier where I did this. Also applies the poison. If you space it out from like around this range, they're relatively safe, but you don't want these blocked. They're not really that great on block. Back forward kick is his trap. So light kick is the fake trap. Makes you think that he's got one. The medium kick one looks like that. Heavy kick like that. It lasts a little longer. EX trap. Much faster startup, and it's going to stay out there a lot longer. So the trap, your opponent will jump on it. If they get hit by it, you could probably guess poison. So there's that. Command dash I already showed off. That's DP with kick. You can go pass through your opponent. Really nice. His crouching heavy punch off of this is actually really cool too. Crouching heavy punch is also his main anti-air, so keep that in mind as well. It's a really nice button. So let's talk about the V skill. Take the poison. This thing has no hit or block stun. You can see it just goes right through you. So if you see him do this, you should just run up to FANG and hit him in the face, because the projectile is not going to hit you and cause like hit stun where you go flying back like this projectile does. You see when you get hit by it, you go flying back. This projectile, not the case. So the best thing to do when FANG does this is just to ignore it and run right through it. But yeah, that's his V skill. No block or hit stun on that. Just poisons you. V reversal is forward and 3 punch. I think this is the silliest looking V reversal in the game. He does this little shimmy out of there. Oh, whoops. It's good for escaping though. It moves him really far away. It's just so silly. Whoever animated that, good stuff. Now, V trigger is this poison damage over time. So even just standing close to FANG will get you poisoned. Which means his combos do extra damage, because obviously they apply all this poison, and you really don't want to be near this character at all. And the range on it, you'll see it here, it's not amazing. It's not like it's the closest thing ever. So you or the farthest thing ever. You really have to be close for it. But it also means that if your FANG is just sitting here blocking, you're taking poison damage the whole time. As I'm sitting here, you're just eating poison damage because you're close to me. And it makes your combos do a little bit more damage as well because it's going to be adding poison on top of it. It's a good V reversal for sure. So he's a really funky character. If you're not sure what kind of character you're into in fighting games, Fang is like, he's just an oddball. He's a real goofy character. It feels like everything Capcom was unsure about trying in the game, they kind of just threw on this guy. They're like, how about we give him a poison mechanic, which is like really unique, right? It's really his thing. But we also give him these weird multi-hitting normals and this command dash and like a down up projectile. He's really odd. If you want to try out, if you want to make the experiment and you want to try someone with a really fun, interesting mechanic in this game, try this character out. He is a goofball. If you love his design as much as me, like the way he looks, then you'll probably have a blast. He's a really interesting character. Definitely recommend trying him out. Thanks for watching all the character breakdowns. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys again soon.